All right, let's get right into it. We're talking about something every manager deals with, pressure. But what if you could turn that pressure into high performance? Today, we're diving into a playbook that shows you exactly how.
So let me ask you something and be honest with yourself. Do you ever just feel overwhelmed? You're being pulled in a dozen different directions, you're juggling deadlines, team dynamics, your own to-do list. It's a lot. And frankly, it's a feeling that's all too common for managers. But here's the good news. It does not have to be your default setting.
And that's what we're tackling first, the manager's challenge. Because recognizing the hurdles we all face is the very first step to getting over them. And look, the key here is realizing these struggles, they're not a sign that you're failing. They're just part of the job description.
Take a look at this list. Does any of it ring a bell? Maybe it's that struggle to let go and delegate effectively. Or maybe you feel like your communication could be sharper. Or you're just trying to figure out how to light that fire under your team again. You're not alone. These are the classic hurdles, and the great news is there are proven ways to clear them.
So what's the fix? Is it more hours at the office? Tighter control? Nope. Actually, it's the opposite. The real solution, the bedrock of great leadership, is all about one simple but incredibly powerful idea: trust.
This is where we need to kind of redefine what leadership even is. Think about it this way. It's not about just assigning tasks. It's about being an architect, building an environment where your team can not only hit their targets, but actually feel good, feel fulfilled while doing it. That's a huge shift, right? From managing work to growing people.
And here's the bottom line, the thing you really need to remember. Your success as a leader isn't measured by how many tasks you check off. It's measured by the strength of your relationships. It's about how you connect with others. That's where the real magic happens.
Okay, so build relationships. Sounds great, but how? How do you actually do that? Well, that's where this framework comes in. It's built on 3 pillars. Think of them as your practical toolkit for turning this whole idea of trust into something you can do every single day.
And here they are. Pillar 1, communicate to succeed. Pillar 2, delegate with brilliance. And Pillar 3, mobilize your troops. It sounds straightforward, right? And it is. But the impact? Well, it's huge. Let's dig into each one. All right, Pillar 1, communicate to succeed. We're not just talking about sending clear emails, though that's part of it. This is about creating a real dialogue. It's about making sure your ideas land clearly, for sure, but it's just as much about really, truly listening. When you get this right, collaboration just happens. It becomes the natural way your team works. Next up, Pillar 2, delegate with brilliance. Now, for a lot of managers, delegation feels like a chore or even a risk, but this flips the script. It's not about getting stuff off your plate. It's about putting power onto your team's plate. It's a tool for empowerment, for creating ownership. When you delegate brilliantly, you're not losing control, you're building engagement. And finally, Pillar 3 brings it all home. Mobilize your troops. This is the heart of it all. It's about creating that spark, that shared mission that gets everyone pulling in the same direction. It's when your team stops being just a group of individuals doing tasks and becomes a single, motivated unit, ready to tackle anything. That's mobilization.
Okay, that all sounds great in theory, right? Communicate, delegate, mobilize. But what happens when you actually do it? What's the real-world payoff? Let's talk about the transformation, not just for the team, but for you, the leader.
Just listen to this. This is from a real team leader who went through the M360 program. They said, "My team is more engaged and I am more serene." Let that sink in for a second. Not just less stressed, but serene. How powerful is that?
And that quote just nails the whole point. This isn't about sacrificing yourself for the team. It's a dual victory. You get a team that's firing on all cylinders, totally engaged, and you, the leader, get to feel more confident, less stressed, more serene. It is the ultimate win-win. So, we've covered the challenge, we've talked about the foundation of trust, and we've walked through those 3 key pillars of action. Now, it all comes back to you. The question is, what's your next step?
And that brings us full circle. The big question is, how will you build trust? Are you going to start by sharpening your communication, or maybe focus on delegating with brilliance? Or is it time to really mobilize your team? Your transformation as a leader really does begin with that choice. Now, everything we've talked about today is rooted in the work of M360. These folks have been doing this for over 15 years, with a nearly perfect satisfaction rate. We're talking over 99%. They really know how to help managers reveal the leader within. So if you're feeling inspired and ready to make a change, reaching out to them could be a great first step. Thanks so much for tuning in.